Good morning, grade 9. So this is our lesson 2. Our lesson for today is all about law of exponent. This is teacher Mark. So law of exponent. What is exponent? A quantity or representing the power to which given number or expression is to be raised, usually expressed as raised symbol beside the number of expression. Example, 2 in 5 2, 5 raised to 2 is equals 5 times 5 equals 25. So how do we illustrate and read exponent? So first, as we see, this is an exponent. So the 3 there is exponent and the 4 there is what you call the base. So how we read this? The power of 3 to the base of 4, or just like 4 raised to 3. So it's just equivalent to 4 times 4 times 4 equals 64. So we have a law of exponent. First is the power law, second is base law, and the power of product. Next is power of quotient. Negative exponent, zero exponent. So let's tackle first power product. Power product is where x is real number and m and n are positive integers. So how do we illustrate that? So x raised to m times x raised to n equals xm plus n. So x cubed times x to the fifth power equals x to the eighth power. 2 raised to 4 times 2 raised to 5 equals 2 raised to 9 equals 512. So example number 3, 2ab times 3ab cubed x equals 6a squared b to the fourth power and x. So you need to add, in here, you need to add only the exponent they have the if they have the same basis. And next is b x cubed squared and 3 cubed b cubed x to the raised 6 power is equals to 27 b to the fourth and x to the eighth. Okay, so for as you may see there, I'm just multiply b by b cubed and then I just add their exponent because they are all the same, and also in the same time with x. Next, power of quotient. Where x is non-zero real number and m and r are positive integers. So these are the illustration of this. So x raised to m over x raised to n equals to x m n minus. So we just subtract the exponent. So example number 1, x to the raised to 13 power over x raised to 5 is equals x 13 minus 5 equals 8. So therefore that is the answer here is x equals to 8. So 27a cubed b to the 10th power over 9a squared b squared. So you divide first the 27 by 9, so that is 3. And then a, 3 minus 2, that will become 1. So again, we have a divisible 1 there. So uh, you don't need to write 1 there. So 10 minus 5 for v, that's 5. Next, that is, so as you may see, there is a negative exponent there. So later on, we have a negative. So as you may see, but as you see here, the y came from at the top. Later, we will know why is it like that. Power law. Where x is real number and m are. So power law, where x is real number and m and r positive integer. So how do we do that? So this is the illustration. X raised to m times raised to n. So you just multiply x, m, and n. So as you may see, there is no number here. So that is not a power law. Okay? If there is a number there, therefore that is not a power law. That is a base law. So next is, so as you may see, 3 squared raised to 3. So you just multiply 2 times 3. So to simplify it, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, that is 729. Next is b to the fourth power times 2, that is b to the raised 8. X to the fourth times 4y, that is x 16y. And then, as you may see here, a raised to 2a equals 3b. So oh, so there is another. So that is a. Okay, that is a. Next law is the base law. where x and r real number and m is positive integers. So we do that. So x and y raised with a parenthesis raised to m equals xm and ym. So as you may see here, there is a distribution here. So as you may see there, so 3 raised to second power of 3 squared. So you just multiply 2 times 3, that is 6. And b, there is an invisible one here, and 1 times 3 equals b squared. So as you may see here, the simplify of this number is 729b cubed. So as you may see in the base law, this is an division part. So this is 1 over 2 squared. So you just distribute 3 here, and then 2 times 3. Oh, that is 2 times 3. I forgot to write. That is 6. 6. So let me just write. So sorry for that. So that is 6. But as you may see, that is 6. Okay. So next. So 3b squared times 3 equals 3 squared b cubed x to the 6th power equals 27 b cubed and x cubed. Okay. So again, so this is 6. Okay. So as you may see, It distribute po the 3 here with b, with x, and also with 3. It distribute there. Okay. Zero exponent. Any number raised to the 0 power is equal to 0 to 1. So as you may see here, x is equals to 0 equals 1. So 3 squared b raised to 0 equals to 1 because there is a parenthesis. So as you may see here, x plus 2 raised to 0, that is 1. As you may hear, why is it teacher mark? Why teacher mark that only x has a raised to 0? Okay, so this is the commonly misconception of the exponent. If you see, this is only, if there is only one zero exponent here, therefore that number only, that is 2 is not included. But if there is a parenthesis there, that's supposing that there are both raised to 0, therefore the answer there is 1. So that's a common misconception for the zero exponent. So not only the zero exponent, but in the law of exponent. As you may see here, 7 plus x to raise to 0, that is 8. And this one, 24 8 cubed b c cubed equals 4b, and 6 8 cubed cx equals x. The final law of exponent is negative exponent. If n is an integer, then x is raised to negative n equals 1 over xn, wherein yung x is not equal to 0. Because if that is equal to 0, therefore that is undefined. Okay? So, as you may see, this is the illustration. Example, 2 raised to negative 4. Therefore, you need to have 1 over 2 raised to 4 and simplify this one. You simplify, it will become 16 because 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 equals 16. Another thing, as you may see here, so negative 4 and negative 12, because they have the both base, same bases, then you need to add only negative 4 plus negative 8 equals negative 12. So as you may see, they have a negative exponent, so therefore you need to have a equal fraction. And lastly, this one, so 4 times 4 equals negative 16. So 1 over 2 raised to 16. So 1 over 65,500 years. So there is the simplified. Don't forget always to simplify the exponent. And remember, product of product where x is real number and m and are positive integer. Base law where x and y are a real number and m is a positive integers. Negative exponent, if n is an integer, then x is raised to negative n is equals 1 x over n. Zero exponent, any number 0 raised to 0 power is equal to 1. Power law where x is the real number and m and are positive integer. And the last one is power of quotient where x is non-zero real number and m and are positive integers. So hope you learned something more, grade 9. So thank you so much.